You need to build an intimate personal relationship with God to be able to know when and how He is speaking. John 10, verse 27 says, "My sheep heareth my voice, I know them, and they follow me." So, one of the ways to know that you are God's sheep is that you hear His voice, you know He's the one speaking, and you follow. Yes, just like in a relationship, when a guy meets a lady he likes, they both decide to know themselves, they spend time together, spend late nights on calls, texting, and all of that, going for dates, going for events, activities, doing stuff together, karaoke. I mean, you can relate with this stuff, right? With time, both of them are going to know personal stuff about themselves, what makes them happy, what stands out for this person. They'll even know how this person's cologne smells, what their voice sounds like, even when they are being blindfolded, right? So these are the things you can actually relate with all these things. And that is exactly how you and I should build our relationship with God. You spend time with Him. You begin to create intentional plans. How? By studying His Word. Let's move away from the Bible is boring. How about you get another version that you can relate with? If King James Version is actually too much for you, there are other versions. You try them out. And this time around, you make God know that you want to develop a relationship with Him. And definitely, He will come true because He has been speaking. The problem is that you've not been listening, you've not been hearing because there is no relationship, right? God is the only person that when you build a relationship with Him, He's not going to make you an ex, no matter what. So, if for anything, try to build a relationship with Him because you absolutely have nothing to lose when you build a relationship with Him. With His Word, you find out what He's like, His character, His personality, His attitude, that is in the Word. Now you begin to hear Him personally, that in the midst of so many voices, you're not trying to figure things out. He will begin to separate other voices from His voice. And you begin to understand Him, you begin to know Him. So I need you to make up your mind that one of the ways that you know that you're God's sheep is that you hear Him, you know Him, and you follow Him. So today, build that relationship with Him because there are things He would want to share with you that He just wants to talk to you and you alone. He doesn't want to share with anybody. And just like relationship with a lover, God is your lover, all right? And just like lovers have misunderstanding, it's not like you're having misunderstanding with God, but there are days you might not really understand that this is what He is saying because you're getting to know His voice and all of that. That is why you have to make a conscious effort to start knowing Him today. The earlier you know Him, the better He begins to remove His voice in the midst of all the voices. Anyone who has an intimate personal relationship with God has something with God. A lot of people say, oh, maybe God has some people that are His favorites and all of that. How about you start a personal relationship, a very intimate one at that? Then you get to find out. When you belong to the Lord, when the Lord is your shepherd, you will begin to hear His voice and understand He's the one. Even in the